Okay, it says I'm live. So we are ready to go. And I'm a whole minute early. So Eileen can't say about time. Minute early. Okay, if you're watching on the recording, just scrub ahead until you see stuff start happening. We'll give a few minutes for people to come on in. You get Eileen, about time. But I'm a minute early, Eileen. Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew it. Hi, CB. Say about time. I'm a minute early. Hi, Mindy, and I'm really sorry that I haven't gotten back to you on your email because I've been thinking, and it's hard to think sometimes when you're me. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Vaughn. Hi, Kat. I'll go ahead and tell you guys, and then I'll tell the rest of the audience later. But last Monday, I guess it was, when I showed the scavenger hunt book, Mindy sent me an email and she found the R. So I told her I'd give her a prize, and I offered her one of those journals that I made, or if she knew something else that she wanted, whatever. And I haven't got back with her yet. Hi, Kenny. So, yeah. So Mindy, Mitz Z, which is in chat right now, saw where I'd put the R, and some of you still haven't figured it out. Hi, Dee Dee. So should I show you guys where it is? Or not? Or just let you keep looking? There's not going to be any more prizes, though. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Kimberly. So anyway, not much going on. Watch Dee Dee show you. Okay. This right now is what my scavenger hunt looks like. There's so much junk shoved in here. I'm not kidding you. Let me take some of it out because there is a lot of junk shoved in there. I have been collecting here and there, and I was going to actually do a page today, but Eileen decided that was not adequate. So let me see. I need to pull out here a little bit, I think. Hi, Nancy, Deb. Anybody else I've missed? Hi, Gail. All right, and it's been there since the very first. Hi, Amy. Hope you're feeling good. It's been there since the very first time I showed this book after that initial day. This was the page I was going to work on. I painted it black. That heavy body paint is just crappy, though. It sticks really bad. But anyway. All right, there it is. Up there, rather than a B, it's got the R from the front of the book. And Mitz saw it. Hi, Dorothy. And somebody else. Was it AJ? Somebody else wrote me a message and said they had finally seen it too. So hi, Jilly. And I couldn't believe that people weren't seeing it. It was just like, to me, it just seemed obvious, but I knew it was there. But yeah, if I had outlined the letters, that's what I originally thought I would do. And then I thought, well, if I outline them, then it's going to be, you thought it was a Beatles card? Well, you should have said something, Eileen, goofball. Dee Dee's fingers are having a stroke or something. But yeah, that's where the R was. So that part is done. And don't look at that because you're not supposed to see that. So, and other than that, I really haven't worked on it. I didn't do anything all weekend, honestly. You're a cheater. Hi, Vaughn. Come on in and cheat away. So you guys, last week, what was it? Thursday? No, it was Friday. Robert and I went to, well, no, let's start earlier. Tuesday last week, after I streamed, Elaine came over. She just walked in the room. Hi, Elaine. Elaine came over because she had some stuff to do here in town and came by my house and visited. And we went and had a really, really good lunch. And she brought me Happy Mail that didn't come in the mail, but it's like Happy Mail, right? So let me show you the coolest thing she brought. And I want to make a journal cover out of it because it's very cool upside down. And it's really long. But it's a map of the world. And it looks really old. And it's very cool. So I want to use this on something that I really will use and love. Hi, Holly. Kenny, hope you feel better soon. Hi, G. Brody. So yeah, I really love this, and it's really long. Like it's, let's see, 15. It's at least 25 inches long. So I don't know. I have to come up with a really cool design for this bad boy because I love it. I really love it. So let me see. Doesn't have a date of when the map was. It does show Newcastle in Australia. I'm trying to think of a country that's changed its name. Anyway, we can do all that later. Out comes the ruler within 5 minutes. Well, you're not going to let me use it later, Eileen. Hi, Nana. Sorry, I haven't gotten back to your email either. I'm email challenged. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, and in the same box of Happy Mail stuffs that she brought over is adopt a sock monkey. So naturally, I did adopt him. He's going to live with me now. I'm not sure where his bedroom will be, but we'll find him a nice bedroom. Well, Germany would be the first one I would look for. And then I got a book on sloth wisdom, which I haven't really looked through. I really should, but it's got a fun Happy Mail on it. I mean, happy face sticker. And then pictures of sloth. See, this is the kind of book sometimes I think, oh, I should cut it up, but then I can't cut it up. It'll go on the shelf with all my other little books. I have a whole shelf of little books behind me. That's where it'll go. With all the other fun stuff. And then check this out. You guys are going to be so jealous. You're going to be so jealous. Look at it. Is like the littlest, tiniest traveler's notebook in the history of mankind. Look at this. And it's real leather, real elastic. And she did some of the pages in it for me, the first few. Now this is working small because look at how big it is in my hand. It's like the littlest, tiniest thing ever. Is that not cool? I know. Send it to you. I don't think so. It's got my initials on it, which she did herself. It didn't come that way. She did that herself. But that is just, it's almost like it needs to be a charm on a bigger traveler's notebook. Isn't that the cutest little thing ever? It's really cute. It really is. Hi, Joan. Hi, Joy. Anybody else I've missed while I've been showing my cool stuff? And this elastic is tight. But Eileen, no, I'm not sending it to you. Sorry. I'm keeping it. In fact, I think I'm going to put it as a charm on one of my other traveler's notebooks. It is brilliant, right? You're the only person I know that could write that small. Well, that may be true. And I'm almost to the bottom of the box here. Some, just like ATC size cutout things to use in art. So that'll go in my ephemera box. And some really cool, oops, I just dropped one. Really cool old-time postcards. Which one of these probably should go in my scavenger hunt? It should serve one of the prompts. If not, it'll be my wild card. Hang on, I gotta pick up the last one that I dropped. Yeah. And then those of you who draw, I have a white glove, but when you draw with graphite, you shouldn't let your hand sit on the paper. You move the graphite and the oils from your hand get on your paper and stuff. So she brought me a drawing glove. She actually brought me two. I don't know if she thinks I'll lose one or if I need one in the living room on the couch and one in here. So those were all my cool stuff. Everything I love very, very much. Elaine, thank you. I love you. And after I got home, remember we'd talked about when Mary had died, and I could not for the life of me remember. I mean, and it bugged me that I could not remember. And it was June 13th. So write that down. I can't believe I couldn't remember, but I couldn't remember. And it kind of scares me that I couldn't remember, because that's crazy. Anyway, I love it all of it. So everything goes back in its box until and then she brought me a whole bunch of pattern paper, which some of it I had, some of it I didn't, and I haven't put it away yet, but it'll get put in with my other stuff. So yeah. So that was all my fun stuff from Elaine. And then Friday, Robert's daughter came to town. And so we went to Tulsa and met her. We were going to go Thursday, and then we pushed it off till Friday. And so I went to Hobby Lobby and the used bookstore. I was going to go to Barnes & Noble, but we went to the used bookstore first because it was closer. And then after I went to the used bookstore, I decided I didn't really need to go to Barnes & Noble. It was last year, 2019. So memory issues, yeah, scares the crap out of me. Scares the crap out of me. So I went into Hobby Lobby because I needed to get some eyelets according to Eileen. So I did go ahead and get the little eyelet tool. And that was all the sewing crap, the Sewology and stuff was all 50% off. So I got everything 50% off. And then I did get some other eyelets. I just don't know where they're at. So I can go ahead and finish the journal. And I bought the other package because I wanted the dark ones. Hi, Dabbler. Hey, Judy. Anybody else that came in that I missed? I know there's been a lot now. So I did get that. And then they had this, it looks to be a little bit heavier duty. Elastic, and I don't know how long that sale lasts, but I got these for $1, which is pretty darn cheap. So I bought black and white and 2 packages of each since I could. So I should have enough elastic to do some more journals. And then what else? And then Master's Touch was also 50% off. So I went over, and I have never had a big mop brush. So these are so soft. So I did go ahead and get a 1-inch mop brush, which I don't have. They're normally like $15, so I got it for like $7.50. And then I have some of these, but I used like house paint on it, even though I washed it. I went ahead and got this just for watercolor. And it looks like there's like fine texture, medium texture, and then coarse. So, yeah. And then the only other thing was I got some glue. So that was my Hobby Lobby haul. I didn't get a whole lot. I didn't spend a lot of time. We'd sat in the restaurant and chatted with Jackie for 2.5, 3 hours. So I was ready to get my stuff and get home. I'm not good at shopping that much. But the used bookstore is the best place ever. It's called Gardner's in Tulsa. And it is the best. It started out, I've been going there probably since I moved down here. So 20 years. And when I have books that I want to get rid of, I take them there. And then I shop there a lot as well. But it's a long way to go. So, so I don't go that often. But I'll show you what I got. If you don't want to be enabled, turn your head away, okay? There's an Ollie's opening in February. Where, Nana? Oh, my God. Now I have to come back to Tulsa. Well, I was going to come and meet with Desert Nana anyway. So my first book was Watercolor School. And I've already pretty much read most of it. I'm all the way back to here. And I've literally read every word in the book. Off Memorial. I was on Memorial. That's good, though, because it means it's in a good location if it's not too far out. But then I dropped down Mingo. So anyway, I'll just flip through it real quick. The beginning of the book is really good. It goes through all the different, I mean, it is truly beginner, and I still consider myself a beginner. And I probably knew more than I thought I knew. As I was going through this, just from having, you know, bought so many books, read so many books. And then in the back, these are all kind of the projects. So, yeah. Now, this book works with a really minimal palette. So you recommend the Watercolor School book? If you're a beginner, I would say yes. Because the beginning of the book does, I mean, it talks about everything. Watercoloring techniques, what to do about backgrounds, how to fix mistakes, using a wax resist, lifting out color, using sponges, spattering. Just, yeah, it does. Works wet on dry, wet on wet. And then like just something, where do I begin? So minimal palettes are best for beginners, really. Yeah, Vaughn, I get that. But if you are a junkie like me, a minimal palette is not adequate. You have to have them all. That came from Art Class 101. If you see it, buy it. And shadows, of course, I learned all this just from drawing, cast shadows and reflection and stuff like that. But yeah, it walks through different projects, and with each project, I really like this. She goes at it from the approach of two different artists, and what each emphasized to come up with two completely different paintings of the same say still life or whatever. You know, some people are going to pay more attention to the reflections on the teapot and want everything really nice. And then some people are going to do it more messier. It's just, I don't know. But she does that for each of the projects, which I really like, because it makes you start thinking more about what is my style? What do I like best? So yeah, I really like this book, and I will go ahead and finish it probably tonight. So that one was, if you bought it off the shelf, of course, these are old books too. Would have been $21, and I got it for $5. Hello, how could you not buy it? E.T. Top, yeah, really. See it, buy it. The very first book, this was at the front of the store when you walked in, And I absolutely loved it. I was going home with this no matter what. I didn't care if I had to trade Robert for this book. This is so cool. They had this one, Kuala Lumpur, and another one, Singapore. And I probably should have bought them both, but to me, they seem very much the same. But wait till you see the inside of this. And this book, I don't know if it has its original price on it. It doesn't. So I don't know, but this one was $7. As well, the Singapore one was $7 too, but wait till you see the inside of it. And I don't know who it's by. The paintings are by Chin Kong Yit, and the text is by Chen Voon Phi. So just look at these. And they appear to be, you know, the style I really like, drawings with light watercolor. And this has a lot of buildings. Of course, it's probably places around Kuala Lumpur. And I have not even, other than looking through it a couple times, I've not read any of the text that goes with it. So I'll just read real quick. Jilan Dorasamy. These townhouses, part of a row of similar design on an urban residential street, lend grace and harmony, reflecting an ordered pace of life which is fast disappearing. But it's so well done. It's so well done. The printing's gorgeous. The paper's gorgeous. The paper actually feels like lightweight watercolor paper. Duh, you have a friend in Wagner. Buy one, give one. No, I should have thought of that. I'm sorry. It'll be there when I go back. I don't know when I'm going back. Probably soon, though. But yeah, look at this. The drawings are gorgeous. It's just so, so well done. I hope you guys can see okay. I could pull out a little bit more because these are wide pages. So text does identify what you're looking at, but isn't this style just so awesome? Wouldn't you love to be able to go to, say, Kuala Lumpur and just like sketch that out real quick and then do a painting when you get home? Yeah. And this is kind of a big book, so I don't know. I just love this, and I love his people. So I'll flip through pretty quick. You guys get the idea. But here at the marketplace, that's so colorful and pretty. It is. Isn't it just gorgeous? So if you're in Tulsa and you're near Gardner's, run in and buy the Singapore one. The Singapore one was very similar to this one. It was a lot of buildings with some people thrown in. And I thought, they're two very much the same book. So I love this page. Use 758. Okay, cool. Yeah, you might be able to find these books used on Amazon too. So I just didn't have to pay the postage because I was right there. Because in the books that I got in mail, some of them I did buy used too. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yep. Someday. Someday. But yeah, I was really happy with that one. And then I bought Watercolor Tips and Techniques from Search Press. This could have easily been at Hobby Lobby at some point. It looks like a book you would buy from there. Normally US $20 for 6. So, and you can pretty much guess what it is. I just love books like this. I can't say no to them. That's my problem. That's why I need more bookshelves. Look at that. Eileen, would you let me do this on stream, please? Please. That's too pretty. Hi, Carrie Ann. Yeah, this is definitely my kind of book too, Vaughn. You would do gorgeous paintings. Vaughn's Flowers, if you've never seen Vaughn's Flowers, yeah. But look at that. This is what I want to spend my day doing. But today we're playing with magicals. But look at them. They're just so light and airy and pretty, pretty colors. So, and I haven't read anything in this one yet because I dug into that first one too quick. Look at that. Oh. And that school, that watercolor school book, it does talk to you about composition and stuff like that. I just ordered a used copy of the watercolor school with tax for $5.59. Okay, cool, Gail. Yeah, some of these older used books you can find on Amazon really cheap. Look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. So, and look, it's got my signature in it. Janet, you would be cutting that book up. I would be using it. Oh my God, that's so gorgeous. See, as soon as I open to a page like that, it's just like, yep, I own it. It's mine. I'm buying it. So that was not all I got from the used bookstore. Oh no, here's another one. This reminded me of you, Elaine. This book is really big too. It's like 10 1/4 by 12 1/4. Did you see how I snuck that ruler in on Eileen? Okay, this is a book of George O'Keeffe art. 100 flowers for $6 in full color. So, and again, I don't know how much the original cost of this book was, and it's not in absolute pristine condition, but it's certainly more than adequate. I love George O'Keeffe too. I do. I love her work. I love, like, look at that white painting with just a little bit of gray. And the thing I love most about George O'Keeffe, what's all this with the silly flowers? How can you say no to a flower, Eileen? The thing I love about George O'Keeffe, and I read this and I hope it's true and I'm not passing on BS, she did not start painting until she was in her 60s. So if she can do this in her 60s, there's no excuse for any of us. Right? So don't use age as an excuse for not trying, because George O'Keeffe did this late in life. And I think actually her fame came after she was dead. Am I not right, Elaine? But look at that. And Dee Dee said she used oils, but boy, there are parts in this book that it sure looked like watercolor to me. So she had the ability to really use acrylics. I bought that. Okay, real art, great on paper. No. I have no clue what she's talking about. But yeah, none of us have any excuse. Look at that. It's so soft and pretty. Now, Vaughn, this one here, this reminds me of you. That looks so much like, I thought that was a bug. That looks like a Vaughn painting. Okay, she was a lifelong artist. Her fame came later in life. Okay, see, I was mistaken then. I thought, I'm going to go on believing that she didn't do it until her 60s, because that's where I'm at. But you guys have seen her art. It's gorgeous. I may very well tear this book up at some point, but for right now, I won't. Calla lilies are one of my very favorite flowers. So you would, Vaughn. I know you would. It would be so soft and pretty and so well done. That would be you. I love this whole calla lily part. I love it all. So now you know, even though I go around acting like a 12-year-old boy, I really am girly because I love flowers. I like to grow them. I like to paint them. I like to look at them. Yeah. Hi, Molly. So, and then I got this one, and then I bought 4 books just to read, you know, novels. I bought a couple of mysteries. I don't know what all I bought, but I bought 4, you know, paperback books just to read. And I used up all my credit because it's a kind of place that if you take stuff in, you get credit, and then you can use your credit and you get discounts on stuff that you buy. So I used up all my credit, and for all this other stuff that I got, I only spent $30. So that's pretty good, huh? Don't you think? Rip that book up. No, Eileen, no, I'm not going to do that. And then my books from Kathy's stream. Every Monday I will have books that I bought because of Kathy Arbor. Because she's evil and shows me books. And she knows. That's like my crack. Right? So I bought 3 Claudia Nice books. They were all, I think, used. So this one is just a drawing in pen and ink book, which I probably needed, like I need in the whole another hole in my head. But I do like Claudia Nice's style. I really do. So this is just a drawing book. A lot of nature. She does a lot of nature, animals, buildings, everything. I mean, I don't think she limits herself to anything. So, but this is just pen and ink. So, because you always got to practice drawing, right? And then this one was Watercolor Made Simple. This was a Davenport, Iowa, which my mother lived very close to Davenport. And it's well loved. It really is. But it doesn't change what's inside. So I'm okay with it. And a lot of the stuff, you know, after you buy a certain number of these books is all repetition, but I don't care. I still love them, and I'm still going to buy them, and I'm not even going to kid myself that I'm not. I'm going to do it. So that's that. Look at that. I love that. But she has a lot. Actually, this is in another one of her books because I've actually painted that very thing right there. Yeah, I do too. And I did one of the pages. I should have brought it in here. I think it's in the next book. Anyway, yeah, this is just another Claudia Nice book. I don't think you can ever have too many books, don't you know? But she talks a lot about techniques, how to get different textures, what to use. And that can't hurt, right? So, yeah. And then the last one, this is the one that I was working out of last night. Hi, Scooby-Doo. This one is the one that Kathy Arbor showed. This one just has a different cover, but it is the same book inside. So, and again, it's a lot of repetition, but I like her landscapes and stuff like that. So I'm eager to try. I'm going to paint this one for sure. I'll run out and get the one that I finished. I just did it like in 20 minutes last night. Little frog. There's some flowers for you, Eileen. Okay, this is the little bunny. I didn't do the whole bunny. I did this one. So I'll go get it. Here, well, I'll just go get it while you guys look at that page. And I'll pick these books up off the floor so I don't fall over them in a few minutes. Okay, here's the little bunny. And this is just in the Beast. So this is on crap paper. But as I was looking through the book, I thought, oh, I want to paint that right now. So I did. So there's the bunny. Her bunny, my bunny. That's not too bad. I like it. And it will forever live in my Beast now. And I lost one of my little stencils, and I'm a little bummed about it, but that's okay. It'll turn up or it won't. Thanks, Dee Dee. So, but these little things, I mean, honestly, how much time did I spend on that bunny? Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So maybe tonight I'll do the hummingbird. So, yep, hopefully if I buy enough books, I'll consume all this stuff through osmosis, and I'll start painting like George O'Keeffe. There's mushrooms for you. Now, Eileen will like the mushrooms. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, you guys. It's surprising, you know, like if you just make yourself do it, it's probably surprising what you're able to do. I think most people, and I'm guilty as anybody, you get kind of afraid to start because you want it to come out really good. And if it doesn't, then you beat yourself up. But don't do that. Just go ahead and try it. That's what I'm going to tell you. So, Amy, I've got our eyelets, and I've got, thanks, Vaughn. I did some other sketching. You want to see my other sketching? I should have got it when I got out there. Anyway, Amy, you need to bring your journal down because we can do the eyelets and the elastic now because I have it. Did Picola come in? Because I have to give Picola credit for something that to me is like, was the most brainiest things. Shrooms are better than flowers. Someday when we ever meet, we should do shrooms together. How about that? Hi, Scarlett. Anyway, I don't know if you guys saw when Picola said, go into Dollar Tree and get one of these little ice packs. So when I'm watercoloring on the couch, I can have my water in this, and it's so nice because it never goes over. You don't get water anywhere, and it's got this cool lid. This is honestly, for $1, one of the best recommendations. Picola gives good recommendations all the time. She is like super mod. Oh, hi, Picola. This honestly, I should thank you a million times for this little suggestion alone. I don't have to worry about the cat drinking the dirty water. It's just, this was just like the most brainiest thing ever. And it's so obvious. It's like, why didn't I see that myself? But I use that all the time, all the time. And then I showed you guys this book last week. It's 900 Things. And it's got a cool index in the back. So if you want a picture of something, you can go right to it. But it's graphite. So it's just simple little drawings. Some of them are simpler than others, obviously, because I did those first. It is a good tip, right, Scooby? It's spill proof. I know. So I had just one night, I guess the 22nd, sat down and started sketching. This book is in your cart. Judy, I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. It's, I think, a little pricey, but close that book quick. I know. So I just, this is the little journal that Lena sent from Denmark. And I don't know what this paper is, but this paper is so nice to draw on. The graphite, it just smooths out so nice. It erases nice. It's absolutely the best ever. So I don't know what paper this is, but I love it for drawing. It has almost no tooth. It's just smooth as it can be, and it's dot grid, real small dot grid. But yeah, so I'm all over the place, you guys. I'm drawing, I'm painting, I'm eating, I'm drinking coffee, I'm making shaky milks. I'm everywhere. That's cool, Amy. But yeah, we need to get together and go ahead and finish the journals because now I have all this stuff. I can do it. So today, Eileen has decided that we should play with magicals on embossed watercolor paper. So being the sap that I am, Eileen said that's what we should do. So that's what we're doing. Thank you, Nana. Being all over the place is a healthy sign of a joyous artist. I hope so. I do feel so very fortunate that I'm in a place in life where that's my biggest worry every day. Something different, magical is exactly, Stevie. Is what do I want to do today? What do I want to art? I mean, I do have chores that I have to do around the house and stuff, but I mean, I would say to everybody, work toward a place in your life where you get up in the morning. I don't get up to alarms ever, ever. Sometimes I ask Robert to wake me up, but even that's pretty rare. Well, you get to just do what you want all day, every day. I spent a lifetime doing what other people expected and wanted, and now I don't have to do that. But I don't take it for granted. I'm so grateful and thankful that that's where I'm at in life. So there, that's my little lesson for today. All right, Eileen, get your bossy panties on and get over here. Because she told me she wanted me to do magicals on embossed watercolor paper. So the embossing isn't really that deep though, but we're going to try it and see what happens. This is wood grain. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is brick. Now this one is a pretty good. I mean, you could use that for a texture plate almost. The embossing's so good. This is gems and diamonds. Diamonds, bubbles, polka dots, stripes. I don't have a lot of. I did, Eileen. I got the paper wet first. Stripes, and I did another brick one. Another one of that design, and some more wood. So I did wet the paper first. Colleen is supposed to be here. She had to go shopping. And I have to keep this out because I got too much white on the table. So let's do the wood grain one first because I got a couple of those, Eileen. And then we'll do this one second because it's got the best emboss on it. But the rest of the embossing is kind of, not great. But I did wet the paper first because I'm really smart that way, Eileen. And I'm working on top of paper towel because when you get the magicals wet, they go everywhere. Colleen shopping, I know. What a concept, right? Something she hardly ever does. All right, so this is the wood grain. And I guess we just have to figure out what color magicals to put on it. So I'll do my set of colors first, and you guys be thinking about what colors you want next. I'm going to do green, purple. Can't do yellow because I have purple, and when they mix, they're really gross. And if those of you who aren't familiar with magicals, they are a product by Lindy Stamp Gang. And you can find them going to lindysgang.com. I have mostly flat ones, but they make them shimmery, and I have a couple shimmery ones. But in my opinion, the shimmery take over everything. Everything gets shimmery. So, yeah. So, all right, let's do. And I'll show you the tube they come in. The one I showed you, this is, they call these shakers. But if you buy the flat ones, they don't come in the shaker. They come in a tube like this. And you get 5 little pots. I just put mine in these little bottles and then melted holes in the top because they're easier to control. because according to CB, when I used them out of the pot, I got a little bit carried away sometimes. See, Eileen says she's not a fan of the shimmer either. The shimmer, in my opinion, just takes over everything. So, all right, here we go. The third color is going to be a surprise. You guys will never figure out what color it is. All right. Put all this stuff away because really, I will have the hugest mess when I'm done here. I get the paper wet first and then drop the magicals in. Now, I don't know what I'm doing, how this is different than other magicals, other than I'm working on embossed paper. That's okay, Colleen. We were just teasing that you probably had to go shopping once or twice. Yeah, just once or twice. Yeah, Colleen's here to teach me. Thank God, Colleen, because I couldn't take Eileen bitching at me for another 2 hours. I just showed books for 2 hours, or almost a whole hour. Now, the thing about magicals that is way awesome, in my humble opinion, is that when they're dry, if you get them fully dissolved, they are permanent. So you need the shakers. Okay, I ordered these off Wish, the little shakers, because if, like Dee Dee, she uses a chopstick. So like your recipe is 1¾ part chopstick. So yeah, so these little shakers do make it a little easier to control. When she pulled out that chopstick, I was just like, are you kidding me? And I'm thinking I'm going to do something else here in a minute. I'm going to take this excess water off. And I'll spray it again if I want. Get a mini mister out. You do, Dee Dee. 1 part chopstick to 2 part shakes. And the colors are made up of like little multicolored pigments. So like when I did the purple, what it is actually is like red and blue mixed. So you'll get the elements of what each of the pigments is made up of. So it's way cool. You put too much magicals. Yeah, see, that's why I did the shaker bottles, Colleen, because when you don't have a method of controlling the amount you put on, and you hardly ever use too much product. Tell them to be sure to order the flat bottom bottles from Wish. Oh, did you get curved bottoms? See, I didn't even know that there was another kind. But they're permanent when they're, oh man, when they're completely dissolved. So if you don't get them completely dissolved, if you can see like a little pile of the powder on there, if you work on top of that, it's going to move. And then any of the colors that have white pigment in them, the little white stuff, that's really hard to get dissolved. You ordered the flat ones. Oh, bummer, dude. Colleen is going to do this on glossy paper and use alcohol inks. Oh, that's cool. All right, now am I supposed to, I've got to let this dry. I'll set this one aside and let it dry. Am I going to end up sanding this or something? What were you talking about sanding, Eileen? And like there's multiple colors of purple, multiple colors of blue, green. They all have multiple colors. So one nice thing is they seem to be holding their colors really nice on the watercolor paper. Colleen is okay. Colleen, I stamped the top after drawing the paper. You sanded the top. Okay. Then we'll let this dry, but see that blue that I can still see that there's powder undissolved. So whatever I do, it's going to move. The mini mister is nice because you can kind of control. All right, the next one's going to be, unless somebody screams out a color right now. See, and I didn't use any red, but look how much red is in there. I did get my sanding block out, so I am going to try that. All right, I'm just going to set this one aside. It looks mostly blue, but you can see a lot of red in there. And I can always add more later. Okay, we'll see what this one's going to be. This one's pretty. This is just a design. Can you guys see that? The camera hates white, so. Yellow, red, black. Okay. Imelda. Hi, Imelda. Hi, Valerie. Add some distress sprays to the magicals. Do I have distress sprays, Eileen? I have distress stains, but I think I only have one distress spray. And the distress is not going to be permanent, Eileen. All right, yellow, red, black. Yellow, red, black. Now, I've never used the black too much. My favorite yellow is the Bonjour Butter. They all have crazy names. Yellow, red, so we're going to end up with some orange. We're going to go with kind of a deep red, Queen of Hearts red, and then black. The black kind of scares me, but that's okay. And if you have some way of keeping these standing up, I use that tacky stuff just to put on the top so that they won't collect moisture and stuff. But some of them, it fell off and I never put it back, and it hasn't seemed to be a problem. So, but if you knock them over, you might get magicals everywhere. Just saying. All right. I usually start with the light color first. I thought you knew everything I had. Do they react differently sprayed with alcohol instead of water? Well, that's a good question, Sally. Hi, by the way, because I don't believe I've ever sprayed them with alcohol. Alcohol is a tricky thing to spray. You're not really supposed to do it. Yeah, I've never sprayed them with alcohol. I guess we're going to have to try now. I won't spray it, but I will drop it. Yeah, and see, I've already got some colors on there. Because when you get magicals out, you'll have magicals everywhere for the next week. Just saying. And I guess to keep them from reacting with each other, if I wanted, I could dry it in between. Drop some alcohol on it. Yeah, I will. On one of the ones where I have a repeat. I'll go get the alcohol and we'll give that a go. One thing is, this paper is curling. And I want it kind of as flat as possible. Now the red, I'm going to be really careful with it. I laugh at myself when I say that because I know I'm full of crap. But look at how careful I'm being, CB. You can always add more. The reds and the purples tend to kind of take over, in my opinion. That's why I'm being really, really careful with the red. Now, one nice thing that I see happening, especially on this one, is it's wanting to flow along the lines that are embossed. That's a very cool thing. I do like that. It's kind of sectioning it off, partitioning it, I guess. That's kind of cool looking. Can you see that up there? Especially it's doing it right now. How it's partitioning in the embossing. That's way cool. I'm tempted right now to dry it and get these colors locked in place. Life gets magical. Before I add the black. Yeah, what the hell? Let's just add a little bit of black now. I hope these holes are tiny, because black is going to change everything about it, I think. That's probably plenty. I'll see if it needs more water. I'm not going to spray it initially. I'm just going to see if whatever's water's on there. Yeah, like down in here. That's cool. I like that. All right, now I want to see some more of that. I like it on this embossed. Of course, this has the most, how can I say, deeply embossed, I guess. And when you use the black, like if you look in there, you can see the blue, the red, all the different colors that were mixed to get that black. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more. The paper has now absorbed most of the water, so there isn't much water left. Yeah, that's cool looking. Yeah. Don't want too much. And clean some of that off. And then let it flow the other way. Now this is cool, and I'm not a fan of red and yellow. But this one's not bad. And remember, I can always go back and add some black ink later. All right. We're going to let that one dry. That one's cool looking. Yeah, I'm going to go back probably and add some black ink to this later so I can control it. All right, anybody, this is a brick, and it's not deeply embossed, so yeah, don't know what we're going to get. Be sure to save the paper towel. Well, of course, Eileen. You've got me saving all my trash. The sour cream container is getting moldy, though. You need to tell me what to do with it. Yeah, the paper towel, they do get pretty. That's why I work on top of the paper towels, because they do get really pretty. All right, this one I kind of would want like a red-brown, reddish-brown. Eileen hates when I use brown. We're going to try some different colors today, though. All right, this one is South Shore Sand. It's got a lot of pretty colors in it. And that's pretty wet. You guys will see how pretty the South Shore Sand is. It's got a lot of dark blue in it. And I don't have a lot of it left. Kind of bums me out. That kind of looks like brick color to me. Yay, Sally! Digging in your trash. I actually saved something out of my trash this weekend for the scavenger hunt too. I'd cleaned out the cupboards from when the kids were here. Like, how many months ago? They were here in October, is it? And I had stuff in the cupboards that I had bought for them or they had bought. So it was just like, ugh. How are magicals different from mica powders? Eileen's going to have to answer that question. If you want a link for the shakers, Colleen, I'll have to look it up when I get off here. Because apparently the Wish app has a bunch of different kinds. So, but this is cool. Now on this one, I wish I could, and at some point maybe I would want to use pen and ink rather than the magicals, but I'm just going to play with the magicals now. But can you see how that brown is made up of orange, blue, green, red, yellow? You can just see all the different colors. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and add some more of this little bit of brown and let it be the colors of the brick. And then I'm going to try and do a different color and get it to run through the lines. Because I love the brick color. Oh, I didn't get them on Amazon. I got them off Wish. And they were really cheap because I had looked at a lot of different ways of getting them into shaker tubes. You know, do you buy little salt and pepper shakers? You know what? But this was the cheapest because I had, what do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I probably had 30 or 40 different colors, right? And so I needed something that I could do really, really cheap if you're going to have one each. So this was the cheapest way. And then this little acrylic box that I keep them in, I just walked into Dollar Tree and they had it in the makeup aisle. It's a makeup organizer thing. Of course, mine's a mess, but it holds them all, so that's okay. All right. I'm thinking. I wonder if that'll work. We're going to try it anyway. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dry this one real quick after I add some more down in here. Because right now the magicals are pretty well dissolved. I don't see any other than maybe up in here a little bit that aren't dissolved. So yeah, they're pretty well dissolved. Wrong heat gun. You also got, yeah, the plastic holder is just like, walk into Dollar Tree. It's kind of getting all one color, which I don't particularly care for, but all right, I'm going to hit it with a heat gun real quick. Where's that other brown? I'm just going to try something real quick. This is a little bit darker brown. Oh, baby. Now I'm liking that a lot. Watercolor paper is kind of hard because it is so absorbent. And all the watercolor paper I'm using is that Color It that you can get on Amazon. It's really inexpensive. Because, yeah, I'm not going to use my really expensive watercolors for this. Okay. And I think that's why the color's washing out so much, is that this watercolor paper is so absorbent. It's just absorbing the color. But where the bricks have little dents in them, the color is staying there, which is very cool. Oops. Got my little mister dude. Hi, Patricia. We sure are having a pretty day here. Seems crazy that I'm adding more water while I'm drawing, but that's the nature of magicals. You've got to do it. One nice thing about working on watercolor paper, though, is it doesn't buckle, doesn't seem to buckle as bad as a lighter weight, less absorbent paper, which is kind of nice. This is looking really good. Thank you, Vaughn. All right, now I'm wondering, how am I going to get, I'm liking, this is real muted. Can you guys see that, how pretty it is? Funny, the colors that are remaining. I might have to do this one with pen, though, because I don't think the colors are going to, well, we're going to try. I don't think they're going to flow in the cracks like I want them to, but we're going to find out. Because I'm just going to add them on one edge and then try and get them to flow. Let me see here. Robert Vaughn brought me iced coffee from town this morning. He knows how to get points around here. And I know it probably doesn't look like much on camera. Let me see what it looks like on camera. All right, now we'll see if the experiment's going to work. Or maybe, rather than use magicals. All right, Eileen said to get out the, where did I put it? I'm going to use the transparent burnt sepia. Liquitex ink, which is an acrylic product. I'm going to try, and these you really need to shake, and see if I can get it to go through around the cracks. If I can't, I probably just ruined it, and oh well, stuff happens. I'll still sand it when it's dry. Let's try it in one little corner up here and see what happens. Gonna have to get it wet. Nope, I don't think so, but that's okay. I was hoping it would. That would have been so cool. There, now it's gotten a crack and it was going. Nope, not going to work. All right. We're going to go ahead and add it anyway because now we've started, but it's not doing what I had hoped it would do. Kind of, but not really. Come on, spritzer, out of water. This one's really muted. It didn't work. But it's still, I mean, I like the actual paper itself. I like it a lot. But it's kind of my colors. It's very earthy. At this point, maybe after it's dried, the best thing to do would be to add green, like mossy. But yeah, I like this one. These muted kind of earthy colors. Yeah, I'm all over this bad boy. Now, these two are now going in the cracks like I wanted them to. Oh, well. That one really is pretty. I haven't found anything at my Tuesday morning in forever. In fact, the last time I went in there, and I go to the one in Joplin, Missouri, that place was such a mess. Of course, I'm sure they were resetting after Christmas, so I didn't want to be too harsh on them. But that place was such an absolute mess. I walked in, I looked down the aisle, and I went, I'm out of here. I can't do this. I can't do it. So I walked in and walked out. They close your Tuesday morning? You know, ours in Joplin it seems like it has a really good crowd because Robert usually sits in the car and he says, I can't believe how many people are going in and out of that place. Same with Hobby Lobby. He said, they got to be making a mint. I can't believe how many women are going in and out of that place. All right, this one is stripes and polka dots. The polka dots weren't, let's do the back side of the polka dots. So rather than it's polka dots going up, we're going to do polka dots going down. I need to get some new, and I like the bubbles a lot too. That one is going to be good because I'm going to sand it. All right, those are the two we're going to do next. Bubbles and dots. What colors do we want? Do we want Pissy Pink, Eileen? Yours closed 6 months ago. So people aren't going to your Tuesday mornings. Well, they must not watch Colleen's streams. Michelle just got back from Tuesday morning. The closest Tuesday morning to you is 30 miles, Gail? That's not even a good excuse because my Tuesday morning is 50 miles. See, Scarlett, that's what I think. All right, coral, teal, and green, according to Tanya. Coral, teal, and green. All right, what's the closest I've got to coral? Probably Tears on My Pillow Tangerine. It's a dark orangish red. That's probably as close as I'm going to get to coral. Teal. That could be a good teal one. That one's, I'm not sure I love that one. All right, here's teal. Tilt-a-wheel teal. And what? And green. I got lots of different colors of green. Olive colored greens, lime colored greens. Let's do the oh, that's the Danny Zuko denim that I ran out of. That was my absolute favorite color, and I have never reordered it. Let's do a lime green in there. That'll be different. I used to have a TM a few blocks away when I lived at the beach in California. They always have fun stuff. And the thing about Tuesday morning is you can't really plan on what you're going to get there. Now, at Christmas time, I can plan to get my orange sticks and stuff like that. But they only get them at Christmas time. They don't have them other times of the year, which really kind of hacks me off. They used to have them year round. Now they don't. But I don't need them because, yeah, I don't need the calories. And they're kind of pricey, and I can't keep my mitts off them if they're in the house. That seems like a lot of water. All right, here we go. We're going to do the green first. Teal or lime colored green. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Now, keep in mind, this is like a polka dot one, so I think the colors will go down. That's why I was trying to get it real flat. I think the colors will go down into the inverted polka dots. What is the yellow stuff on top of your magical vials? Oh, it's just, you know that tacky stuff you can use like behind your pictures and stuff? I'll get it when I go to get water. I'll show you what it is. It was just easy because it's pliable. And if you lose it or wreck it, you can throw it away and get more. I use it all over my house to keep my my pictures straight. It's called Handy Tack. And it's kind of sticky, but it's not really sticky, and it doesn't leave residue. So like if you get your, okay, now you're going to see how OCD and messed up my brain is. But after you use the level to get your picture straight, if you put just a little piece of this under the picture frame in the wall and just press it on, your pictures never get crooked again. So yeah, I use this stuff for a lot, for everything. So that's what it is. It's just Handy Tack. And chances are I've used my ruler to measure where the pictures are. If you saw me hang pictures, you would, honest to God, know that I'm insane. I don't deny it, and I'm okay with it. Come on. No, mister, there you go. Kat, I'll get you the shaker. I'll get you a link. You use the level also after I make a bunch of holes to find the right place. No, see, I measure it all out, punch one hole, use the level to get them straight. And if I dust them or something and I pull them off I literally have a level in my little cleaning bucket and I re-level them and then use tacky stuff to keep them there. Oh my God, just hang the pictures. Look at her. I knew she was going to say that. And I love it when she does stuff like that because she's so freaking predictable. I know she's going to yell at me. Just hang the damn pictures. Can you imagine us living in the same house? Ah, just punch the hole. Just hang the damn thing. Like, nope. It's got to be 4 3/4 from the top. I would drive her nuts. All right, here, we're going to add the tilt-a-wheel. And see, even though I used that lime green, you can see how much teal is in it. I'll bring down a little bit. but it's, see how it's kind of going in the holes, but not really. I'm going to add some of this, which is, there's a lot of teal already in there, so I got to leave some blank spots for the coral color. But these are going to end up being Eileen's colors. Yeah, I just used a piece of paper. Just make your own funnel with a little piece of paper. I'll show you. Just take a little piece of paper like this, like that, and make your baby little funnel to go in these little tiny tubes. Yeah. Come on, go down in those little dimples. Dang it. That was what I wanted you to do. Yeah, this is definitely going to be Eileen's colors before it's all said and done. But I want the color to go in the little circles like it did up here. It's doing it a little bit, but where the paper is getting buckled, it's not wanting to run like I was wanting it to. I wonder if, okay, this is going to seem crazy and counterintuitive. Never thought to make your own funnel. There you go. I do it all the time. I do it when I fill my pepper shaker too. Because they're small. And well, I do have a small funnel, but yeah, I just make my own. I'm going to pick some of this up. So I could see if it would stay in the dimples. It's still really pretty. All right. I'm going to add the orange, and then I'll go back and put the lime green or whatever color I need. Now, hopefully this will be coral enough for you. Because I don't think I really have a coral color. This would be the closest. Eileen will like it anyway. I wish it had made bigger dimples in the paper. I wonder if I should have put a 50 mini funnels for $7. Oh my God. Just make your own. See, I almost want to run across this with a brayer to pick up and just leave this stuff in the holes. I got a little carried away there. Look away, CB. Look away. Looks like a koi in a pond. It kind of does. I like the colors, though. They're cool looking. But this one is definitely one that would be cool to brayer on top of. I'm going to pick up some of that mud that I just made because I don't like it. Yeah, I just made it worse. Yeah. Oh, well. But the crazy thing is, if you think you're going to control the magicals, like you're out of your gourd, you're not going to. There is no controlling the magicals, ever. So don't even think that that's doable. Now I'm afraid to move it because I don't want it to make more mud, because that's potentially where I'm headed. I'm going to dry this real quick. A little bit. Oops. Get back over here. Yeah, I'm picking that up. That's too ugly. Now, this is what I love best about Magicals up in this corner. That's the best thing about Magicals. And if you get them too saturated, that they just turn into all one color like in there rather than staying like that. So I'm going to pick this crap up because it's just butt ugly. Now I'll put some more of the teal back on there. Hopefully it'll stay pretty. You like your Magicals? I like Magicals too. They're just fun to play with because you never know what you're going to get. So every time is just like starting again because you never get the same thing twice. They're unpredictable. That's what I was trying to tell Vaughn the other day. Yeah, it's just, they're always unpredictable. You never know what you're going to get. And this mini mystery you have to fill 500 times. All right. I'm not loving these colors, but oh well. I'll add some brown and stuff later. I was really wanting it to fill in the little holes is what I was wanting. All right. We're going to set this one aside and we're going to work on the bubble one. Let them dry completely flat. Otherwise, they start running. This watercolor paper, though, is working really good. And the first ones we did are drying out really nice. I'll have to hit them with a heat gun, but it won't take long. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do work on this side. So when I go back over it with the sanding paper, hopefully I'll sand off and the bubbles will be what is left. Okay. All right. What colors? Do we want pink bubbles? Tiny bubbles. Don Ho. Tiny bubbles. All right, CB, give me a color while I drink my coffee. I have it all. Have at it. I read that, have it all. You're new here, so welcome. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Belinda. Red, 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 teal. Okay. Blue. I just did blue, green, and orange, Eileen, and it was butt ugly. Okay. CB saying teal. Okay. We just did teal. I already have it out. Let's do a light blue and a dark blue. How about that? We'll start with the light blue. And then I'll trash it out with keep doing it. She's so goofy. Now that's what I love about Magicals. When it behaves like that, I'm like, sweet. I'm done. If this one would stay like that, I honest to God would be done. I wouldn't do one more thing to it. Maybe I could get it to stay like that. I'm going to pull the camera down so you guys can see how utterly cool it is close up. Is that close enough? Isn't that cool looking? Blue and brown, Sally, those are my favorite colors, and Eileen doesn't like me to do them. Okay, Vaughn, can you see what I was talking about? That it's so unpredictable. You don't know what you're going to get. And if I could get it to stay just like that, I would not do another thing to it. Just leave it just like that. That's what I love about Magicals, where the yellow is starting to like separate out and you can see a little bit of it. And then, I don't know, there's just something so cool about it. Dispersion and granulation is awesome. Yes, exactly. Boy, you said that so much better than me, Vaughn. So I won't keep you so close in, but I want to, you know, that's, I think, if you can see that aspect of magicals, you can see how just awesome they are and how much fun. And actually, this is, other than like, see right there where the powder didn't get completely dissolved. That's dangerous for later if you're going to work on top of it, because those colors then will move. Hi, Text Judy. What have you been shopping for, Eileen? Don't tell me, because I'm not shopping anymore. I'm done shopping. All right, I'm going to add, what color do I want to add? You know what would be really pretty with this on the edges? I'm going to go ahead and add back in. I don't want to jack with that too much, because to me it's pretty much perfect the way it is right now. Yeah, Vaughn, that's my favorite thing about them, that they're permanent when dry if they're fully saturated. So I'm going to add in here a little bit of the lime green. But I didn't mess with that part that I showed you guys, because it's just about perfect. Yeah, if you don't want the paper to buckle and curl, spray the back first. Okay, I'm going to pull you guys down really close when I see a part that's really working awesome. I got to wet it over here first, though. Sometimes I spray from pretty far away. Okay, I'm going to come down right in here so you guys can see where the yellow and the green is. Janet, you really need infusions to mix with the magicals. Look at what she's doing. Look at what she is doing. That's like that little small, I don't know. Oh, Colleen. What the hell are infusions? God. I'm not going to do too much more to this one, because I really like the way it's looking. I like the white that's interspersed. I have a few little places where it's not completely dissolved, but I'm okay with that. I'll spray it. Yeah, the lime green just adds a little bit of something, but I like the white. So I'm going to go ahead and say, for this one, enough. And I might do a red one the same way, because I like red. Infusions are awesome. I totally love them on joggles. Oh, joggles is so scary. It's so scary. And I still have to check out at Xandra's. They want me to end up in the poor farm with them. And remember, I still need a new roof. This one is my favorite so far. Okay, I'm going to let this one sit and dry naturally. Okay, I've got the ink out. I did actually use it on one of those. Eileen, I used it on the brick one. Yeah, that one is my favorite. We're going to do another red one. Well, see, red is hard. You almost got to use a secondary color, because like red, there's not going to be a lot of colors that separate out on the red. Let's do the diamond one next. And this is the same whether it's up or down. Only one is indented one way and then the other, so it doesn't matter which side we do it. I'll go ahead. Okay. Valentine's Day is coming. I could do red and pink. Oh my God, don't talk about Xandra. I know. What am I going to do with them after I get done? I don't know, Belinda. A lot of times I cut them into circles, and I'll do circle art, and then use the trash that's left to do trash art, and that's really fun. A lot of times I won't leave them the way they are. You could use them for a background for a art journal page. These are fairly small because they're like 4.5 by 6. so that they could fit through my little embossing machine that Eileen made me use today. Red is not good. Red, yellow, and blue aren't really good that way. Thinking. Let's do some different shades of green, because I really do like that, the lime green. We're going to do dark green, light green, and a medium green. It's going to be a whole green page. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Now you're thinking about getting out your embossing machine. I don't know why it seems like a hassle to get it out, because it's really not. It's really easy to get out, use, clean up, and put away. It really is. But to me, when I think about doing it, it's just like, oh, God, I got to get all that stuff out. See, I love this color. Look at how it separates out. So cool looking. And I like the mini mister because you have a little bit more control over the water, even with that Tim Holtz bottle. I just always feel like you don't have much control. Even putting it over to the mini mister side. Infusions are made so that the color dissolves first, and then the walnut crystals dissolve later. Okay, you sold me, Colleen. Go look at the Kolsha Magic page that Colleen did. Okay, I will. Your die cutter is out all the time. Yeah, I don't have a place to have it out all the time. But it's not hard to get out and then put away. So I shouldn't be such a whiny baby. I'm lucky to have it because Eileen sent it to me. Because I had lived to be this age, this ripe age. I'm not a spring chicken, believe me. And I never had one, so I thought, I don't really need one. Gel medium your magical paper towel down on a journal page. Colleen and I infused each other. That sounds a little kinky, Eileen, just saying. I'm picking up some of this excess back down here before I add some more green. Okay, that was the lightest color green. This is going to be green, green, green. I'm going to run some of the water off. See, this one will stay in the lines, I think, a little bit more. Can you see that? You're seeing the embossing more on this one. It disappears like magic. Yeah, walnut crystals. See, Sally, that's kind of where I went, okay, I'm sold. Say no more. I have some walnut calligraphy ink that you have to mix, but I didn't want to mix it for this today because the walnut crystals were very pricey. Yeah, the paper towels. Look at her. She went and got a link for me. The girl is evil. She's just evil to the core. All right, that was the medium. Say, sounds like a delivery truck out there, but I know I don't have anything out for delivery. Didn't I get a third green out? I could have sworn I did. Light, medium. All right, I'm losing my mind. I could have sworn I had 3 greens out. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. That's okay. I want to do it out and open where everybody can see. All right, now I'm wondering. I don't have much runny water left on here. Okay, there we go. That looks like a tie-dye shirt from the 60s. What the heck? All right, there it is. I did get 3 out. Well, Belinda, we're going to find out because chances are very good that I'll end up ordering some infusions. Yeah, Eileen will keep after me until I get them. I'm pretty sure. All right, this one at this point would look really pretty with some brown. So I'm going to go ahead and dissolve those ones I just put on there. And then we're going to add a little bit of brown to this because I like brown and green too. Be real organic looking. You know what I mean? We talked about medical vials, mini funnels, and infusions. Yeah, you'd think we're doing invasive procedures around here, right? Also, they come in bottles with lids. All you do is poke holes in the cap, no buying extra bottles. Well, that's nice. All right, I'm going to let this one, hopefully they'll stay in the lines to some extent, so it will really emphasize the embossing part. A lot of water on that end, but I'm going to do my best. There, that's what it's doing, kind of what I wanted up here. And it's going too far, but that's okay. Okay. Now on this one, you can really see the embossing. That was kind of what I was waiting to see. And you can see a pile of magicals here and up here that haven't dissolved, which are kind of icky, but oh well. I still am going to add some brown. I mean, all right. Hoping to get the excess water because I don't really want the ink running in the water, but I know it's going to. My only other choice. All right, let me hit it with a heat gun real quick. Now when they're dry, cut some circles and use some wax around them. Oh my God, she is wanting me to get out every product I own. She does this to me every time. But yeah, we'll do that, Eileen, because that sounds like fun to me. Eileen is the kind of friend when you were in high school that would lead you astray and you would just go along with it and go, oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. Let's go do it. She'd walk home, tell her other friends about what she did, and you'd be in jail. And she'd be laughing the whole time. I'm pretty sure that's the kind of friend she would have been when we were young. Yeah, she ended up in jail. But look at me. I'm home eating dinner. And see, this one just all muddied together, so we got to add something to it. You were that girl in high school? I might have been too, Sally. Let's go out in the parking lot before Spanish. Then you come back in and start speaking Spanish, only nobody can understand a word you say. Yeah, I was that kid. Get sent to the principal's office. Yeah, that was me. I think about some of this stuff Honestly, it was so funny. Some of the stuff we did in high school. All right. And I was like the fifth child. So by the time I was in high school doing the crap I was doing, my parents were sick of kids. Eileen's not denying it. Oh, I know. I know exactly what she was like. Yep. You're the friend that goes to jail. She's at home eating dinner with her family. I don't want the brown. I do like the brown and the green together, but up here where it kind of took over, I'm not crazy about that. So I'm just trying to think. I like where it runs in the cracks is the deal. Hang on, I'm going to get a little paintbrush and see if I can exert some control here, which is probably laughable, but let's give it a go anyway. Yeah, the brown with the green, looking real organic. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to try and control it a little bit, which may be absolutely insanity, but we're doing it anyway. Because I want to get it. Okay, I'm going to come over here. Do. So you can kind of control more where it is. I probably should have put a shim in with some of these to get a thicker embossed. I'll try it again later. All right, that's better though. Where you can kind of control it and still leave the brown where kind of where you want it. The brown with the green is awesome looking. Look at Eileen liking brown today. What has gotten into you? Did you take extra medication today, Eileen? I think she did. I think she took one too many happy pills. I won't tell your doctor, though, this time, Eileen. You take as many happy pills as you want. It's kind of what I do with the cat. She's so damn old that she gets to do anything she wants now. She wants multiple happy pills in a day. She can have them. You must be sick. Yeah, and I don't want to overdo it. I want plenty of the green left, but this one is really, really pretty at this point. And add a little bit down here to balance it out. Ooh. You can kind of force it to do what you want. All right, I need to probably start doing some sanding and stuff. See what else we can do with these. And just because we can now, add a little bit of the splatters that I have left over, because they'll probably disappear. Hey, Sandra, I still got to check out, Z. Don't take my order away. I haven't tried alcohol. Let's do that next. I'll go get the alcohol right now. I've never tried magicals with alcohol. So let me put this one aside and let it dry. 70% should be good, right? I have 90% or 91, whichever it is. Do we want to do just the lines? Okay, let's do this one because it's deeply embossed. So let's do this one. The green one? Yeah, the green one turned out way cool. All right, put the lid back on the ink. Oh, the cat's up here. All right, now I know better than to mix alcohol and water because they will separate. So I don't really want to spray alcohol. Just thinking, you guys, just curious, what, if anything, they will do. You use 91% for everything. Okay, I'll get 91% out. It doesn't matter to me. I just know I don't want to spray it. If you went and looked in my bathroom cupboard, you would swear to God I have a problem with alcohol. There must be 5 jars in there. Brush it on the paper. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was in the bathroom getting that. Just brush it on. I'll use my soon-to-be glue brush. I'm just drying it. Roxy texture. She's just sitting up in the window. She has been very needy lately. Drop some alcohol on one that is dry. Okay, do you want me to put the magicals down first and then drop the alcohol into it? All right, I'm going to go ahead and move this because it's really pretty and get some new out. No, honest officer, I'm a crafter. They're a necessity. Yeah, really. Wonder how many times he's heard that. Okay, just drying my brush off a little bit. Since Eileen isn't answering me, I'm going to go ahead. Now, alcohol evaporates really, really quick. So I've got to have my colors and stuff all kind of prepared. So I'm going to do yellow and that darker green, and then the brown will be ready. No, the magicals won't mix with the alcohol. They won't? You're sure? Okay, here's alcohol on the paper. Painting it on. It is stinky. I mean, this stuff evaporates really fast. Yeah, I think it's pretty much evaporated away before I ever got that on there. Okay, it's not doing anything that I can see. I took my glasses off, so I've got to double check. But yeah, it looks like it's not doing anything. Just use alcohol on one you did that is dry. Okay. That's fine, because I'll just wait until the alcohol all evaporates, and then I'll go over it with water anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, clean that up, or I'll end up with it everywhere, which I probably will anyway. So, yep. No, drops on one you did that is dry. Okay, I'll just set this one aside, and we'll do it next after it all evaporates. All right, which one do we want to try that on? Let's do it on the first one we did. No, this one, because I like it the least. And it's not dry. So I'm going to have to hit it with a heat gun real quick, and then we'll go from there. Or should I leave it a little bit damp? Because this one's still pretty damp, and the water and the alcohol, you know, is going to resist. So let me get my little dropper do out of here. These things are so nasty. I need to throw them away. 4-year-old bedtime. Should be totally dry. Okay, let me just, it's only wet right down here. Whatever. Okay. And other than right down here, there's a little bit of powder, that white. See how that white just resists dissolving. Otherwise, everything on here is pretty well dissolved. You can tell because it's all pretty much just the mush of colors. All right, this is probably the best way to do it on. I embossed the cards, Michelle, before we came on. Just do I don't know. Tell them what I've got, Eileen. You know, I don't know. Yeah, see, that's that white. It's always resistant. Okay, I got a little pipette here. I never say pipette that I don't think of Paula. There's something about the way she says it that is funny. Okay, so I got a little bit of alcohol in here. I'm just going to drop it on and see if it does anything. Because you got to remember they're permanent when dry. So I can't imagine that this is going to make them move at all. It's not. Yeah, it's not doing anything. So there you go. There's your answer. Alcohol does nothing to them, dry or wet. Unless there's something else you want me to try. Now, right there, it made that white powder kind of stick out. But yeah, otherwise, no, it didn't do anything. So there you go. You have embossed paper? And I don't think I do. All right, so there we go. You can see where the alcohol was. And it'll evaporate quickly. That's the thing about alcohol. Evaporates really fast. Now this one, I actually do like this embossing folder that has the little circles in it. I wish it had embossed deeper than it did. This one, I feel like I want to go, yeah, look at how that white, can you guys see that? How the white is moving? I hate that. I hate it. So I'm going to get it wet and take all that off there. If it'll come off, it might not even come off. There, you can see how much it moved after I got it wet again. So what do we want to do? Add brown to this one? If they're permanent when dry, it shouldn't do anything. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Can you hear the cat? Meow, meow, like she's just sad and lost. Scotch should work better. That's entirely possible. All right, we're going to get this one really wet again because I don't like it anyway. So I might as well add brown to it. I like splatterage and drippage, so the brown may save this one. All right, I'm just going to let it sit aside and dry. Because up here you can see where the embossed circles are now. And I think I'm still a little close, sorry. Brown, like brown splatterage, I don't know what it is, but it always makes everything better. It really does. Gold splatterage helps. Black splatterage helps. Maybe I just say that because it already looks like crap, so anything you add can't help but fix it. That was a little bit too much splatterage. Pick some of it up. Wait till you get the infusions. Oh my gosh. Suppose I'm going to have to go shopping tonight, right, Eileen? Did you send me a link already? So I can't get off here and say that I forgot. All right. I'm going to get that first one that we did, make sure it's real dry, and we're going to try to sand it. This is the blue. What did we start with? Oh, this was light blue, dark blue, and purple, but it came out with that red because the blue and purple is separated. So let me go ahead and just hit this with the heat gun real quick. It's for the most part dry. It just feels a little bit damp. Just listening, I thought oh, Douglas has a whole page of them. Oh boy. When I can't get my new roof, Eileen, I'm going to start taking up donations. All right, I think this is pretty dry now. Yeah, it's real dry. So I'm assuming you tell me if I'm wrong, but now I'm just going to take this sanding block and sand parts of it off. So the white comes through. Is that what I'm doing? Well, it definitely looks distressed. All right, we're just going for the whole thing now. And this is just a sanding block that you get at Lowe's or Home Depot or any of them. It's been around forever. You can see it's been well used. So it's not like you wouldn't sand a wall with this at this point. It's too far gone for that, but it works pretty good for distressing other stuff. And they're cheap. Sand off the high marks, yeah. You could do the same thing with an emery board if you have smaller areas. I do that a lot. Use my emery board. Like when Dee Dee was talking about erasing your new acrylic stamps. Like sometimes I'll just go over them real quick with this or with the fine side of an emery board. Yeah. It's just getting some sort of film or something to do to it. Or it's probably in the manufacturing process. It's probably actually an oil. Geesh, lightly sand off the high places. Well, that's what I'm doing. What the hell you think I'm doing? Oh, you think I sanded too much? Is that what you're saying? I think it's cool looking. All right, now, Eileen, before we go on to the next one, look at how much came off. This is what Eileen loves, when everything is a mess. That stuff's going to be in my nose. It's going to be in my hair. It probably will be in my underwear. It'll be everywhere. Yeah, that does. I like that a lot. All right. I was going to go get my circle cutter out, but I'll just use the one I have right here because it's just easier. And it's a good size circle. Okay, this is what Eileen wanted me to do. We'll get out the, there is the Paris Dusk. Oops. Cracked ledge. Now you could use this in different art. Or I could send it to Dee Dee and she could use it as planets in her worlds. And if she wants me to, I will. Yeah. Another thing that I would probably do. Gotta run. Bye, Sally. Have a great afternoon. Yeah, doesn't it look like a cool little planet? Use the wax. Yeah, she wants me to use the wax. I like to use the wax because it smells so damn good. All right, and I've got a new one. Well, I haven't ordered it yet, but I will have a new one coming from Xander's shop. If I ever finish checking out. I don't know why I'm so lame. Hey, where did my, there's my pink finger. All right, now I could use old silver. I like the vintage gold. Let's see what a gold one would be like. Bronze would be cool too. All right, we're gonna do all those. It looks, when you cut it out like that and it's isolated, it looks like old denim is what it looks like to me. Okay, there, we've got 3 to mess with. All right, let's try the gold first. Oops, why am I opening that if I'm doing the gold first? I like the blue with the dark blue edge. This is vintage gold, and I don't know how many of these Z still has. Works better with your finger. Just get your finger dirty, who cares? Yeah, I like it with the blue better, I think. Do you want me to rub the gold over the ridges, Eileen? Just distress it a little bit more. That's cool looking. I like that. You like the blue one? Hi, Holly. Yeah, here's the blue. There's the gold.
bronze probably isn't going to look a whole heck of a lot different. Yeah, working with your fingers works better. So I'll just have to deal with dirty fingers. Dig right in. Get it done, girls. I do love this bronze color. It's more of a brown, so it might work better with some of the other ones that we've got. Yeah, the blue I think is pretty. But have no fear. I just put my fingernail in that. Oh, crap.
I knew. Finger condoms. I know.
I got these. Where did I get these? I think I got this actually at Dollar Tree. Yeah, because Robert and I went in to get a birthday card real quick, and I ended up, and they had 3 of these in a pack for $1, and it's really nice. Like, I do have the disposable little finger cots, but those are like last forever. And my fingers are small. I have small hands, and these fit really good. They fit really good. So got a little white stuff on there. Look at how much of that I've used. I've used a lot of the blue. I love this blue. Shauna and I sat here and used that night. She was here arting with me. This is one of the first colors I got. I loved it. Loved it so much. And I still do. Oh, it smells so pretty. And I'm using my finger rather than one of those makeup brushes because these are small circles. So, yeah, that's pretty. That's really pretty. All right, I can cut those and do the rest of those later, but that's probably what will end up. And then I'll save this part down here after I keep cutting out the circles and use it for trash art because that's what Eileen will want me to do. So here I probably would cut out just part of it so that that's more fun trash art. Like I have to plan my trash art. You like the wax edges? I do too, Colleen. I love that wax. I love it for everything. It's just awesome. Awesome. And not to mention, the whole time you're using it, your mouth is watering because it smells so damn good. You want to lick your art. Cut larger circles. Yeah, I'd have to go get out my cutting tool. And if you guys want me to, I will. It's no big deal. Because I have almost everything else I own out already. So I might as well get more out. Right, Eileen? She'll dig that.
Yeah, do that.
All right. I love that one. I do love that one with the sanded off lids, tops. That one's going to work out really, really good. And I'll have art for another project. This one has the high ridges, so we're going to do it next because it's going to look way cool when it's all sanded. I'm going to have to dry it. They all feel just a little damp. They're not wet. They're just damp. So heat gun. Smelling the waxes makes you want cupcakes. I agree, Amy. We should have cupcakes. All right, before I sand this one real quick, over here in the corner, I'm going to try just emphasizing. And this is a 0.03 pen, so you're not going to get thick lines. But I'm just going to emphasize the embossing with a little bit of black. Go slow because I just went over the line on one of them, but oh well. Now see, this is the tedious kind of stuff that I could spend hours doing. It would make Eileen crazy, but that's okay because we don't worry about whether or not we drive her crazy. Now she's going to type in chat, hey. And then I'm going to say smooch. And then we kiss and made up, and we're good to go for the next round. All right. That's really tedious. But that's kind of what I wanted. So I'm going to cut a circle out of right down here. I'll sand it first. Can you guys see it? We're sanding these white. I really like that sanded. I really, really do. Now, if you had a block, you could also introduce like another color. Oops. Like if you wanted to make those black. I think if you had a block of wood or something that you could get ink on, or even a brayer. Yeah, the fine detail. I'm going to cut that circle out right now. Yep. But I think I'm going to need, for the size of the circle, I'm going to need probably another one. Do this before you sand it so the paper crap doesn't jack with your pen. I don't know if it's going to, but it has the potential. I would do this on the whole face of this card, by the way. That tedious stuff doesn't bother me at all, not even a little bit. I probably should have used my brown pen to do this, though. It would have looked better with brown, I think. But, oh well. All right, we're going to cut the circle out now. All right, I'm going to read chat. Rub an ink pad on top. It's faster. That's a good idea. I'll do that. Let me cut this circle first because I think I'm going to like that a lot with the white. And then I'll try the ink pad on another section of it. Yeah, that's cool looking. Come on. There we go. I love that. I love that. Okay, I got to emphasize just one little part of it that I didn't do. All right. You could do a lot of different things. I'm going to go ahead and cut this space out over here next to it. I'm going to cut a little bit off down here so I can get into the design a little bit more. This is cool. This was fun, Eileen. Next time I'm bitching at you, you remind me, okay? Remember the day I told you. And then I'll have to say, okay, you're right. All right, now I'm going to rub this one with a, let's see, I've got a little mini pad here. Let's do it with coffee ink or Yeah, let's use the coffee. I think the coffee will be better. I want every one of these archival pads and these little ones, not because I need all the colors, but because they're so damn cute that they just make me feel happy when I look at them. Okay, now that I've cut it out, I've made it a little hard for myself, so. We need to find out something to do with all those damn skewers we bought.
Thank Colleen for doing this. Okay, Colleen, thanks for being in charge.
I just love those little cute ones. They're just so cute. They're just very cute. I like this one with the ink. Because you get the, can you see all the colors down in there? It looks like magnifying art or something. So either one of them are very cool. If you use the ink pad, you could just ink the edges really easy too. And Shauna was on at Dee Dee's this morning asking about if anybody was streaming after me, and I hadn't heard of anybody, so I think, be prepared, I think Shauna may be going to stream after me. So there's that. It definitely is easier to wax the edges with black. I'm not sure which one I like best. I like both of them a lot. Those are cool. This was fun.
I like this. I like the
results. And I'm not going to cut any more because I think I'm going to cut bigger circles out of this so that you get to see more of the design. But there you can kind of see what you're looking at for results. Okay, Shauna came on and said, yep, she's going to come on at 4:30 Central, so 5:30 Eastern. I don't know if they're going to focus you freak or not, but you kind of get an idea of what they are. That is cool. So if you're going to cut these, I mean, smaller designs might work really well. But yeah, I'm going to save that and cut larger circles. All right, let's see another one that we finished. This is fun. I like this.
All right, that was my least favorite. Let's see if we can do anything with that. Well, I'm going to let that dry a little bit more. Oops, 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 dropping crap.
All right, this one is the brick one, so it's kind of a more overall pattern. So I'm going to use that plum ink pad, I think, before I start cutting or doing anything else. Because this is a brick pattern, so I'm just going to kind of distress it a little bit more. And when I sand this, I'll be a little bit more careful. Now I like this one really a lot since I added that plum, because you can definitely see. Well, I'm going to sand now, Eileen, and distress it a little bit after I got the color on it. And I'm not going to do it all over the whole thing, but I'm going to sand this one lighter so we get a little bit of distress. And it's going to be a mess around here, Eileen. Yeah, isn't that plum awesome? It is so good. It is so good. And I don't remember where I got these. I really don't. I don't remember where I ordered those, but you can get them anywhere. I think you can walk in Hobby Lobby today and buy them actually. Oh, actually, when I was there on Friday, when did I go? Friday? Yeah. All Tim Holtz stuff was 40% off. I didn't buy any of it, but it was. I don't think they had any of his new stuff. It seemed like the same old stuff I'd seen before, frankly. I don't know when any of that new stuff is coming out, actually. I did watch a little bit of his videos. And so much of it, honestly, I'm just going to be really honest here. Bye, Gail. So much of that stuff just looks all the same to me. It really does. It just looks all the same. Same stuff that's been coming out for years. And I have a bunch of it that I've never used. Like the Distress Oxide, when he came out with that, to me, that was really different. And actually, this would be a good piece to use the Distress Oxide on to make it look even older and more weathered. You have the new stuff in the shop. I'll go look. Write a quote on the wall. Yeah, it would have to be nasty, something I can't say in public, Colleen. But that would be excellent, huh? Maybe I should save this one and put it in my scavenger hunt. And rather than write something nasty, which I'm inclined to do, write an inspirational quote. Hey, Z, you know what? The other night, well, CB's here too. I had the most vivid dream about that day in Melbourne where we were looking at the street art. And in my dream, we were standing there looking at the street art. And as we were standing there looking at it, and I remember there was a frog on one of them, and there was some guy standing right there on the street, and he was painting over the stuff that we were looking at. And I don't know if my brain was telling me you're forgetting about that or what, but I was just standing there and it was so vivid. It was almost like we were there again. But this guy was painting over it, and I was so upset in my dream. And Heather was with us in my dream. It was just the weirdest dream ever. And I thought, well, when I woke up and I remembered it, I was just like, that is the weirdest dream to have, that somebody's painting over the street art. But I guess in real life, if we went back there, it would all be different now. So, yeah, that was so weird. But I woke up like right after that, and I was just like, oh, man, they wrecked our street art. But we have pictures, so I guess we'll have it forever, right? But I can't believe it was so weird for me to have that dream. Yeah, I think they do paint over it. So, yeah. So it's probably gone. But it was just like in my dream, I could still see it. Just like that day we were there and there were people there in the dream with me that I didn't know. All right, I'm going to save this one. I'm not going to cut it up. Because I'm going to do what Colleen said. I'm going to go ahead and write a quote on it and put it in my scavenger hunt. But it sure looks distressed now. I love that. I'll let it dry. All right, we can have more fun with this. This is cool. I'm liking this. All right, this one is the bubbles, and it's not deeply embossed. But I kind of want to go over this. I'm going to sand it first, but I kind of want to go over it with the navy blue. This is the one that I held up real close so you guys could see. Now this is what it looks like after it finishes dispersing on the page and drying. Yeah, I don't know, Shauna. You're asking me something I don't know. Okay, I don't want this curved. I want this flat. All right, here we go. Okay, there's the bubbles popping up because you could hardly see that. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna redo these and put a shim in with the paper to get deeper embossing. I think it wasn't tight enough. I think I can get better embossing. I love that one too. With the bubbles. Now I need a little fish down here. Or a mermaid. I have a mermaid. For the scavenger hunt I got out. Look at, this is my only mermaid I have. Z, do you feel bad for me? It was my mother's, but that's my mermaid for the scavenger hunt. So I think I will cut this one in different size circles, and I'll have bubbles inside bubbles. But yeah, that's my only mermaid thing I have. All right, what do I want to do this with the navy blue? So hard being me. Oops. Stamp it on tissue paper and put her on it. Stamp it on tissue paper. You mean the embossed thing? Use it as a stamp? Is that what you're saying? Oh, see, I rubbed off the high point, so I don't know if I want to do this. Yeah, I don't think so. This one I'm going to have to cut up. I'm going to have to emboss it again and put a shim in with the embossing plates so I get a better embossed, because I sanded most of it down, I think, but that's okay. The mermaid, stamp it on tissue paper. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so the tissue paper disappears. I like that technique, actually. Where did I put my little, there it is. There's my little thingamajoo. So these will be good for circles. The blue and the green looks really good with the blue. Like that a lot. Yeah, the mermaid, I will. I actually have tissue paper sitting here. I'll do that probably in the blue ink before I clean this mess up. But yeah, I think I stamped most of that embossing off. That's why I can't go over the tops of it without making a big fat mess. So I don't want to do that. I'll just cut circles out of it before I wreck it. My favorite, I think, is those bricks. And on this one, I think what I'm going to do, I'm pulling it out again. Somewhere, well, I might actually do it with a paintbrush, but I'm going to go ahead and emphasize the space between the bricks here and there before I use that. Okay, this one again is not embossed too deeply. So I need to dry it. Try it. You want to see the mermaid on the tissue paper? Okay, let me find a little tissue paper. I had it out because I was going to use it in my scavenger hunt book. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Colleen. If it's not, speak now. But I'm going to stamp her in the blue. Well, look at how clean she is. My mother obviously didn't use her either. You'd be shocked how many stamps my mother had that she obviously had never used. And this is kind of crazy tissue paper, but let's give it a go. Oh, she stamps beautifully. And this is permanent. The Memento ink pads are permanent, so I'm doing her a bunch of times so I can put her multiple times if I want. Oh, she's so precious. There could be a whole family of twins or quadruplets. You hear your daughter saying that someday? Yeah, my mom had a bunch of stuff she never used, but I should show you my mother's favorite stamp. Maybe actually I could use both of them because they're both sea related. Let me see if I can find it real quick. My mom loved cute. Oh my God, she loved cute more than anything. And it should be right. But I can find it. I'm not going to look for it real quick. Long. Where did I move people? I just found another mermaid, Z. Why would I put, well, she kind of is a people, isn't she? I just found another mermaid. This is annoying me. There it is. There's Mother's favorite stamp. Look at my other mermaid I found. She's sexy mermaid. She's not cute mermaid. She's sexy girl. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stamp her so I have choices. She would be cute on an ATC coin. She would be. Here I sat here thinking I didn't have a mermaid. But look at me, I do. I have multiple mermaids. I'm almost Xandra. All right. This one isn't stamping as good, but I'm stamping these off. This was my mother's favorite stamp. Little girl picking up, and look at, you can tell she used it. Little girl picking up seashells on a seashore. And this reminds me of my mother. My mother was huge stamp or seashell collector. Mermaid didn't know it. Yeah. You've been there, Colleen. Don't even go there. All right. Now I have my mermaids for the scavenger hunt. I might have to do an undersea world now. That little girl, yeah, that was my mother's favorite. Picking up seashells on the seashore. Someday I'll show you the tribute the Shell Club down in South Padre did for my mother. It's beautiful. It's got her picture in it, and it's all like a frame made out of seashells. It's really gorgeous. They were so good to my mother. Anyway, here we go. Gotta dry it. Now this one I can't really sand because I did it with the embossing going down because I was hoping that the ink would go into the dips, but it didn't really. So this one I'm not sure what I'm going to do with.
Who, you? Yeah, you? All of us.
I could say that to anybody. So I guess this is one that if I wanted to make it usable, I'd almost have to sit here and emphasize the, here, I'll grab the brown pen, see how well it writes. I love these Energels. They're my new favorites. I wouldn't do the whole circle, just one side of it, so it looks like it's in shadow. But that's probably what I'd have to do with this to really make it usable, I think, because I can't. I'll sand it a little bit just to
Rough it up, but
yeah, this one, I think I would like this one a whole heck of a lot better if
it had deeper embossing. So I'm going to
emboss this one again with a shim. I'm going to end up vacuuming today too, Eileen. I can tell. Freak. Look at what she does to me. Oh my God. I want to do it down here. All right, that's kind of cool looking. All right. I wish I had another little finger. I do have a finger here. Let me get it out. Yeah, this one I'm going to have to do more too. I'm going to have to do splatterage or something.
but it wasn't great to start with, so
Yeah. But that's okay. Doesn't mean it's not usable. It will be usable. Not my favorite, for sure. Yeah, this dust is going to be everywhere, Eileen. You pain in the butt. It's all over my pants. It's all over my hands.
hi, Carla. You gonna do the 1 minute faces
Or the 5-second faces. Weren't they 5-second faces that Dee Dee was encouraging you to do?
I think it was like 5 seconds.
Just like get the eyes, nose, and mouth, you're done.
She's so good at that though, but you can tell that she's done it like for a lifetime.
It's a little intimidating to me. All right, this is the last one that we did. I've got a bunch more sheets to do, but I'm not sure. Do I want to sand this one? And this one's, can you see? Yeah, you can see the pattern on it. So I can't decide what I want to do. Do I want to sand it? This would be another good one to go ahead and use ink or something on. I'm looking for my blue pen. I don't know where it is. Oh, for a girl who has every pen on the planet. I must have taken it out in the front room. We'll just use this one down here in the corner. Not sure if I love it. Not so sure about 5 seconds. Just going to, there's my water brush. I knew I had one. This ink should move. I'm just going to try down here in the corner. Just to blur the lines a little bit, make them less perfect. This one, I'm not sure if I want to sand it. I think I would darken the recesses that way. I like the patina look too, Dabbler. But yeah, this one, and I know my screen is flashed out because I'm getting afternoon sun now. See if that's any better. That'll help a little bit. But yeah, I like this one with the patina too. But that's probably what I would do on this one. I would go ahead and darken the recesses rather than sand off the high places. And maybe honestly it's 6 1 half a dozen of another, but this is going to be a whole lot more trouble. So let's sand down in this corner and see. Since I've got the damn dust out already all over anyway. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, I'll probably be looking at embossing design folders a whole lot different now. That one's, I like that. So either way, whether you did darker color in the recesses or sand off the top, it's still pretty cool. You want me to cut a circle out of this? Yeah, I like that. The brown and the green is very cool together. Very cool. Do you have the tree bark embossing folder? I really kind of want to see this one cut out of the circle. All right, what the hell? You can always make more. All right, this one looks incomplete, but that's okay. We don't care. When you cut it out, it just looked like a striped circle. So I'm not sure which is better. I really don't. My time is just about up here. Now next week, I guess I should have to do circle art, huh? The problem with these is they're on watercolor paper and they're a little bit thicker. So they're a little bit harder to use as collage in my world because they're just thicker. Now I have to decide I'm going to do it over here too. All right, here's that. Yeah, not sure I like that. I'll probably go ahead and sand it and distress it a little bit, but not much. I think is kind of how I like it best. I don't know how long I'll be cleaning up today, Eileen. Longer than you, I'm certain of that. Of course, circle art. So there's, out of the same piece of paper, two totally different looks. This paper could make cool shutters on windows. It could. That pattern, yeah. And that's why I'm only cutting a couple CB, because I'll get my circle cutter out and go ahead and cut some more. But that's like two looks from the same piece of paper. So yeah, that was pretty good timing. I got something out of every piece that we created, and yeah, I'll get my circle cutter out and mess with that. And Amy, I still haven't found my hoops, my rings. I don't know where they are. It's annoying the shit out of me. Oops. Not intended for children. God, I can't get this drawer closed. Oh, well. It'll close later, I guess. You can take a nap when I'm done. Yeah. Mean Eileen, she is. She's evil. She is so evil. But I think out of today, I really like this brick one. This is definitely going into my scavenger hunt. I will write my inspirational quote on this. And I think Robert and I are going to have to eat out in the dining room tonight because there won't be room in here. Because I'm going to go ahead and cut the circles and stuff while it's all out. I'm not going to put this crap away until I'm done. So, you getting inspiration? Great, Kathy. I love hearing that. That's pretty much why I do this, is for you guys to get some inspiration and have some fun. What the hell? We just spent 3 hours hanging out together. It was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. Look at me. I'm already cleaning up, Eileen. Yeah. But this one, yeah, I'm definitely using this one. That's a great embossing folder. Thank you, Dabbler. So I hope you guys had fun. Shauna will be on, what'd she say? What time did she say? 4:30 Central, so another hour and a half. It was a lot of magicals, Kathy. Always fun. Thanks, CB. Thanks, Dorothy. I appreciate you guys so much. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you, Xandra. Xandra, I'm going to try and get my
Worthless Butt checked out tonight because I know there's links waiting for me for joggles. 4:30 Central Standard. Yep, Seth After Hall in the house. Oh my God, I'm not going to be there, Shauna. I don't want to know. No, I'll try my best to be there. That's when I'm usually cooking dinner. But I love you guys. Thanks so much, as always. We'll catch you next time.